Okay, so if you happen to catch episode 5 of the vlog and watched it all the way through, you likely saw me coming out of Best Buy with a 3DR Solo drone in hand, all excited about the new footage that I was going to be able to acquire with this device. Episode 6, this very episode, actually started off with a rant about that very same drone. However, some new information has come to light, and I've had to redact that rant and replace it with this rant and an apology. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a minute. Bear with me. Now, I've been following 3DR since the launch of their Solo drone Kickstarter campaign a few years ago. And at that time, there were two things that really kept me from purchasing the product. Number one was the price point, and number two was the fact that they were fairly proprietary with GoPro. The drone itself actually cost close to $1,000 at launch, and to add on a stabilizing gimbal was going to cost another couple of $100, and that stabilizing gimbal was optimized to work with a GoPro Hero 3 Plus or above, which I don't own. I happen to use Axis action cameras to capture the footage for this particular vlog, and have never felt the need to shell out $400 on an action camera. So, in reality, you were looking at about $1,500 to purchase the 3DR Solo drone when it first came out. And while drone technology is awesome to capture great cinematography, for my purposes, as an amateur triathlete, it wasn't going to do me much good. But then, 3DR had some issues with the release of their 3DR Solo drone, and the gimbal wasn't quite ready for prime time when they launched. So they actually shipped every 3DR Solo drone with a GoPro fixed frame mount. Now that frame mount would fit one of my Axis action cameras. So now I'm watching this product very carefully. And unfortunately, what ended up happening, I think, is with all the issues that they had with their launch, 3DR decided to get out of the consumer market, and they're doing site surveys or some such thing for corporations at this point. So every big box retailer, Best Buy, B&H Photo, Amazon, they are all liquidating their stock of 3DR drones. So I was actually able to pick up a bundle from Best Buy, which included a coffin backpack, a gimbal, and the drone for about $300. I was psyched. However, when I opened the box, I was disappointed to discover that there was no GoPro fixed frame mount. So now I'm really disappointed. I contacted Best Buy corporate the next day, and we went round and round for about 3 hours as to whether or not I should have received the frame mount. And eventually they offered me to either return the product to the store or accept a $50 credit. I was adamant at this point that the 3DR Solo drone should have come with this fixed GoPro frame mount. And while I took the $50 credit, I said I'm going to go to the local Best Buy. I'm going to ask them to open up a new package and see if it comes with a frame mount or not. Sure enough, they had one left in stock. They were kind enough to open it up, and there was the GoPro frame mount. So now I'm thinking I am 100% in the right. I explained to the store manager what was going on, and that I had gone round and round with Best Buy corporate on this, and that I had a case number open, and we were hoping to find that it indeed did come with this frame mount, and there it was. So how are we going to resolve this? And the store manager was just as adamant that I was that I should have received it, that I should not have received it with the particular bundle that I purchased. So after another hour of going back and forth with the local store, what ended up happening was I purchased a second 3DR Solo drone for another $300 and got on the phone with the corporate line again and said, look, here's the situation. The local store wouldn't do anything for me. I'm pretty positive that this should have come with this mount. I mean, here's the exact same drone, the exact same model, and here's the exact same mount that I should have gotten that I didn't with my package. And they said, you know what, sir, you're correct. Customer's always right. Please go ahead and return the drone that you purchased in order to get the mount, but don't pack the mount with it. Just send the drone back without that fixed mount. And that should have been the end of it. However, I'm as honest as the day is long. And being unable to contact 3DR over the weekend, I waited until Monday morning, got a hold of our customer support, and was shocked to discover that I should not have received a fixed GoPro frame mount if the drone had come installed with a gimbal. However, 3DR was unsure why Best Buy would be supplying a second gimbal to the bundle. It made no sense to them. So I dutifully packed up the second drone and brought it back to the Best Buy store and returned it, and gave the store manager a firm handshake and a sincere apology, because I was very frustrated by the time I had been talking to him, and I'm sure I wasn't my usual pleasant self. Now, all that being said, Best Buy should have done a better job with their description, because nowhere in the description did it say it came with a gimbal installed, and that was one of the sticking points with Best Buy Corporate, is they kept saying, well, sir, it doesn't say in the description that it should have this particular item. And I said, it also doesn't say in the description that it should have propellers. But how do you fly a drone without propellers? You can't. And the other issue was that they had actually pulled the description of the product from their site. So no one was really sure what I was supposed to have gotten. 3DR didn't do a great job of saying what was supposed to be coming with this product either, because all the documentation that I could find made it very clear that every Solo was coming with this GoPro frame mount. Oh well, lesson learned. I have since purchased an aftermarket fixed GoPro frame mount with the money that Best Buy had refunded me already. And so we'll be getting some good footage up here on the vlog soon. But in the meantime, I had to redact the original rant and replace it with a rant and an apology. Thanks for understanding. Rant over. It's time to go in there to get in a quick strength workout and a swim. I honestly can't remember the last time I was out on my bike in mid-February. This weather is awesome. Hey there, YouTube. I cannot believe that it's the middle of February. This is absolutely fantastic weather that we're having here in the Chicagoland area, and it's a great opportunity to get out and exercise and enjoy life. It's a beautiful day. Finally, a break in the weather. Sunday long run today, out enjoying myself. Decided for a change of scenery today, went out and decided to run to the neighboring town. Since it was a long run day anyway, figured why not. As you know, I've been documenting my journey in 2017 in the form of this vlog. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about tracking progress. There are a number of ways to do that, and it really helps you to stay motivated when you just don't want to get out of bed in the morning. If you know you've got that long run or ride scheduled, it's really helpful to stay focused. So I use a number of different tools to track my progress. For running, I not only map out my runs with Map My Run, I also track them on my phone. I also use my Suunto Ambit 2, Ambit 2S, in order to track those runs. I love my Suunto. It goes everywhere with me. It's my daily watch, and will also track my running and cycling and swimming, so that's awesome. I upload the Suunto data to Strava, so find me on Strava if I'm out there. And these are all just apps that you can get for free that'll help you stay on task. It's nice to be able to look back at the week in the past. Now the vlog is helping me to do that because, you know, I'm tracking my mileage every week, as well as my totals. And I've been a little disappointed with some of them. I'm trying to stay around 20 miles a week on the run, amping that up a little bit each week as we get closer to spring here. The bike miles, not thrilled about. That 30 a week isn't great. Those will jump dramatically once the weather breaks and I'm able to get in some long rides. It's hard to spin on the trainer for hours on end, even with a good movie playing. And the swim miles, I'm right on track. I'm right at my target of a mile a week. Haven't set those big goals yet for the year, but I'm working on it. And being able to look back and see where you're going helps you to set those targets so you can continue to grow and improve. Now, you don't have to have a fancy app. You don't have to pay for the pro version of whatever you like. You can get yourself a little notebook and just keep notes in a notebook, tracking the important information. Now, for me, the important information to track is mileage. How far did I run? My pace. How quickly did I get to my destination? I also like to try and track my heart rate whenever I can on the bike and the run especially. I'm trying to learn how to pace myself, how to get my times based on my heart rate, so that I'm keeping my heart rate down and I'm able to finish races without being in a great deal of pain. That's been a problem I've had for a few years now. Every time I run a half marathon, by the time I get to mile 10, mile 11, the calves start to cramp up and I've got to walk and slow down, and it's just no good. Even if I'm taking salt tabs or my favorite new gel, which is glucose. This stuff is awesome. So I'm kind of rambling today. When it comes to swimming, I just track distance, total distance, as well as pace and how many laps at a certain pace. I try to track my 100-yard pace. So if I'm swimming a mile, I still look at what my pace was for 100 yards consistently. Now, if you have any difficulty tracking your pace, you can always use a tool called Cool Runnings. Just do a Google search for Cool Runnings Pace Calculator, and you'll be able to find a tool that will help you to track your pace for running, but it also will work for cycling as well as swimming. All you do is put in how long you were out there, how far you went, and it will give you your pace, which is awesome. Now, I'm about 5 miles into a 12-mile run, so I got a little bit to go here to keep myself on pace and on target. I'm curious, how are you tracking your progress? Please leave comments below. Let's have some dialogue here. This isn't all about me. It's about the journey into triathlon, and hopefully you're learning something along the way. All right, so until next time, keep it rubber side down. Peace.